acceptance and, so.
But you have to liken it to a buffet.
Tell me more about that. What you mean?
Well, there's a lot of things on the buffet.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't eat, what's that, beet salad. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to leave that on there. I don't eat cheese like that. So I'm going to leave that on there. I don't eat, what's that other thing? Green peppers. I'm going to leave that on there. But now give me that egg. Go and give me that lettuce. Go and give me them tomatoes. Heck, give me some onions too. I'll take them carrots. I'll take a few croutons. I'll take a couple of olives. I'll take some cucumbers. But there are things that people are going to give you, advice that they're going to give you, things that may sound good at the time. But when you think about how it fits your life, how it molds your situation, some stuff you just got to leave on the buffet, honey, because it's just not for you.
Mm-hmm. I say that all the time. Look at feedback as a gift. And sometimes you need to re-gift it to someone else. And it just don't fit you. It's something you don't need.
Right.
It's not going to help you. It's not useful. Yeah. Right. But if it is useful, is it going to help you in any aspect to grow? Mm-hmm. Or if there's any truth to it.
Right.
Because sometimes people do tell you the truth about you.
And you don't want to hear it.
And you don't want to hear it. And sometimes you just got to sit with it. And everything that someone says, you don't have to have a rebuttal or say, you know what, I don't agree with that. Some stuff got to roll off and you got to be like, all right, thank you for letting me know. I didn't know you felt that way. I'll keep that in mind for future reference. And you just keep it moving.
Well, I told you I had that conversation with my other half on the way before I got here. Mm-hmm. And at the time he said it to me, it was not seasoning to me. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. In that 20-minute conversation, it was not seasoning to me. It was actually, I was annoyed. But then I got it quite frankly, I was annoyed. And I'm like, how dare you tell me how to be me? But then I got in the car and turned on the music and got to driving. And I said, he might be right. And quite honestly, if he's listening, he already heard it. But I'm just you know? I mean, but honestly and truly, it's like, it's sometimes you just don't want to hear it, which is why whenever you give someone advice or give someone constructive criticism or feedback, that you be careful how you deliver it, because one day you're gonna have to receive the same advice. And you may not like the way it tastes coming back. The same thing with, when you're giving someone advice or information that doesn't belong to them. I have to be able to take what you gave me and re-gift it properly.
Right. Yeah. And some of these, having those difficult conversations, especially if you want to avoid conflict, can be really, really challenging.
Yeah.
Now, you kind of touched on this already, and we've already talked about you gracing all of these beautiful stages and being in the public eye for years, right? Like, who doesn't know Angelina Hightower, baby? But balancing the need for external validation with the power of your own internal self-worth, I think is something that even those that are not in the public eye are trying to balance. We're on social media. You'll have people say they don't really care about social media, but they're posting all the time.
They lie.
They tell you that, they don't care people like their stuff, or they don't care people share their stuff. But the reality of it is social media is a marketing tool. So
sure is.
If you don't get the likes, you don't get the shares. For those of us that are entrepreneurs, that's not the only thing that we use.
But it's the biggest.
But it is something that's tangible that you can measure, right? That you can measure. So how do you balance that, right? Because I mean, you're popular. From what I can see, you say this often. Your folks don't play about you, right? They show up, they support, they share. Has that always been the case?
No.
Or did you have to build it?
No, no, and no, and no. No, and no, and no. Let me tell you, girl, I want to say, so there has been in the last 4 years, a shift in the tide where viewership and followership and all that has gone up in the last 4 years. Now, prior to that, my first 2 years in doing this again, I had to contend with, and you might have seen this on my page a couple of times, people popping trash. You don't know whether I'm saved, I'm not saved, I'm single, I'm in a relationship, I got kids, don't have kids, I'm gay, I'm straight. You don't know. Why? Because you're too busy trolling my page trying